Hello and welcome to Bird's Eye Board Games, and today we are going to be playing Talisman, Legendary Tales, Adventure 3.
In our previous adventures, Adventures 1 and 2, we have got 3 stars for Adventure 1 and 3 stars for Adventure 2. And we needed 4 stars to do this adventure, so we've got more than enough.
Yep, and you can go and find those videos of Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 on our YouTube channel. But Adventure 3 is called Grabby Goblins, Chapter 1, The Ancient Oak. You have heard that a gang of Grabby Goblins has captured a talisman while out on a raid. You are taking a break from searching for them in the forest when you hear a loud creaking and crackling. You realise the old tree you've been resting under is actually a tree man. In a deep rumbling voice he asks you for help. Oh, nasty grabby greenlings digging everywhere, felling my friends, hiding their plunder, please help us. You realise from his plea that you are now on the right track, but first you must find the goblin camp. Your task: capture 3 gutless goblins and question them. Once you've found and defeated a gutless goblin, place them in a vacant space in the specified area below. Gutless goblins do not provide any rewards. The crossed out treasure bag symbol on them shall remind you of this. Continue reading immediately when you have placed the 3rd gutless goblin token on the last space below.
We decided to do this one on 2 stars, so we're going to start it on 2.
So the reason we decided to do it on 2 stars is because
Adventure 5 we need 10, and at the moment we have 6, so if we do 2 for this one that'll be 8, and then 2 more that'll be 10.
Yep.
Because we've already got 6 from Adventure 1 and 2.
Yep.
Okay. And we also thought 3-star might be a bit tricky because we're thinking the more adventures you do, the more difficult it will get. Right, okay. Anyway, 3 gutless goblins. Here we come.
Right, youngest one goes first.
Roll the die.
I got a 4 and time.
So we move the time token down 1. And you can move up to 4. Now you are the prophet, aren't you? Which is the blue one.
1, 2.
Ooh, nice.
Right. Turn them all over.
Yep.
So we've got a goblin tunneler, a goblin sniper, and a cave goblin. Now the goblin tunneler needs a sword and a wizard's hat to be defeated. The goblin sniper needs 2 wizard's hats, and the cave goblin needs 2 swords.
So I can't get rid of the cave goblin since I only have 1 sword in my bag.
Interesting. But you could maybe get rid of the goblin tunneler or the goblin sniper.
Right, so 3. I've got a hat,
Good start.
another hat, and a sword.
Ooh. So you could get rid of, you could defeat the goblin sniper with 2 hats, or you could defeat the goblin tunneler with a hat and a sword.
I'm going to get rid of the goblin tunneler,
Okay.
since that's the only sword that I have. So it's going to be harder to get the sword again with more hats.
Yeah, so that's defeated, but it's not a gutless goblin, so we don't put it on there, do we?
So you get a reward now for defeating that.
Yes.
There's a reward sack.
Do I damage that as well?
No.
No,
Okay.
you've got to defeat it. It's all or nothing, basically.
Okay, I've got a crown, which is 2 magic.
2 hats. Now you've already got 3 hats. I've got 2 hats. What have you got?
I've got 2.
So who would be best placed with the hats?
Well, your power is once during your turn, if
Yeah.
you draw a wizard's hat, you may use
it.
it as a sword
There.
instead.
You can have that one,
Oh,
since
thank
you can change it with 2 swords if you want, or 1 sword and a hat.
Yeah.
However, your power, read your power out.
If you draw a token which makes you move the time counter forward, you may use this token also as a sword or magic attack.
Oh, nice. That's good, isn't it?
And mine is basically, if you draw your sword plus, it counts as a sword, and you may immediately draw another token from your hero bag.
So basically, instead of drawing one token, you can draw two from
Yeah.
your bag.
Right.
Your turn then, isn't it?
Okay.
And you are the what? The warrior.
Now I can go anywhere now because I've got the portal.
Castle. You're going to go to the castle?
You think I should go to the castle?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's going to take longest to get there.
Well, which way are you going to go?
It depends what I roll, to be
Well,
honest.
my plan is to start there and then go back down to the
And
forest.
if you go there, then I might go there.
Yeah, okay. So if I go here and then work this way.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I'll go to the castle then.
We want to aim to defeat as many of these as we can, because when you go on to chapter 2, you get more enemies, but also you have to retain the ones from chapter 1. So if you can get rid of as many as you can in chapter 1, it really helps in chapter 2.
There's 2 gutless goblins
Yes.
here.
How do you defeat them?
So one of them is a magical hat and the other one is a sword. And then there's a goblin sniper, which is 2 hats.
Okay.
Right, unfortunately, I got a time, so that
Okay.
needs to progress. But then I got a hat and a sword. So I could do both of the gutless
Yeah, I would do
goblins.
that. Yeah.
We could.
Both
But as
of-
soon as we get the third one, we're on to chapter 2,
Yeah.
so we need to try and defeat as many of these.
So I would recommend you moving to the graveyard if you can. Since then, if you undercover, for example, on the temple, a gutless goblin, we're going to have to keep those monsters
Yeah,
there.
I'm going to have to defeat the Gutless Goblin if it's that or that, aren't I?
I should probably move next time anyway as well, because it requires 2 hats. And
that's-
I've only got 2 hats in my bag, and I've just used one.
Oh,
So you've got a better chance of getting that sniper than me,
yeah. So if I get a temple, I'd be better joining you up there. Is that what you're saying?
potentially.
Mm.
Let's try and eliminate as many of these enemies as possible before we get on to chapter 2. then.
Or,
Yeah.
So I would recommend you try to roll a portal to get straight to it,
Yeah.
or a time and fall, since then you won't have to fight any monsters.
How can you recommend that she roll the temple?
I can try my best. Oh, man.
So you're going to go this way, right?
Well, I did
Don't
say
move.
that, yeah.
Just don't move.
Yeah, we need to defeat these enemies.
Yeah, but what if
to
it's a
one.
Gutless Goblin? That's the thing. It's not. It's a cave
Yes.
goblin, which is 2 swords. Now I've only got 2 swords, but it did say I can transfer hats to swords. So I can draw 3 counters, yeah?
Yep.
I've got a hat, a sword, and a hat. Now, it says on my thing, doesn't it? If you draw a hat, you may use it as a sword instead.
So use one of the hats as a sword and get rid of the...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll defeat the cave goblin.
And draw something from the reward bag.
A rune sword, which is a negative time, and a sword.
I think I should have that one. I've only got 2
Yeah.
swords, and I don't have the ability to change a hat into a sword if
I
I need
agree.
one.
Daddy should have that one.
He's only got 1
Yeah.
sword.
But what can he do with his power?
Oh,
Um,
that's the time token.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he can turn it into a sword or a
Yeah,
hat.
that's true. There you go then.
Thank you. Right.
Right, back to you.
Right?
Are you going to move?
No. We're just going to stay where we am.
So now you need to decide whether you want to put your tokens back in your sack or not. You can look in your sack to see what you've got.
And now I'm just going to put them in.
You need 2 hats and 2 swords, so yeah, you're kind of going to have to put them back in, aren't you?
Yeah, I just hope that I don't get the swords, and then I'm going to have to get 2 hats. Time and draw another one.
So you need to
But
still
I'm
need
going
to...
to use that as a sword. Well, can I decide later?
Yeah. See what you get first.
Yeah.
So you need to draw 3 still.
1, 2,
Oh.
3. Right. So I'm just going to use the times as 2 swords to get
So
rid
does
of
that mean we don't move the time on?
What do you mean?
Because he's used his times as swords. So does that mean...
No, you still
No,
move it
Oh,
on.
you
well.
still move it as well. Oh, that's a shame.
I wouldn't bother drawing from that now because you've defeated that one. if you draw from someone's bag now, you could end up moving that time along even more.
I think I should. Since then I could end up getting the sniper goblin if it's a hat.
You're going to have to
Yeah,
draw
that's true.
a token from Mummy's that's got 2 hats on it, and there's only one.
No, I can
Does
do
that
one with one hat.
You only need
Since-
one hat.
Right.
I already have a hat.
Do you want to draw one or not?
Well, you should have more hats since you have 2. You don't have any hats.
Well,
so
I have got the double hat, the crown that you gave me, but that's all I've got because my other hats are there.
So he's got 1 hat and you've got 1
You
hat.
can
don't
put these
have it.
back in your bag though before he draws from it.
Can I?
Mhm.
Even though it's not my turn.
Mhm.
Yeah, do that.
Ooh.
Do that. Do it. Now you're going to have 3 possible hats. So now it's
Right, come on.
less than 50, 40% chance. It's a
Oh, you got the double hat.
40% chance.
So you've defeated the goblin sniper as well.
How did you get 40% chance?
I don't know, but you defeated him. Right, so does he get 2 rewards?
Yeah.
2 rewards. That was a good one. That'll really help us in chapter 2.
Okay, I got a mule, which is draw 2 cards, and a.
Familiar.
Okay, so I think you should have the familiar, and I should have the mule.
Okay.
Since if I need a sword, then I can possibly draw the mule to then end up get a sword.
That's
Which
true.
has 2 more cards.
Right, so now it's Daddy's turn, yeah?
Right, so I'm moving off of there, aren't I? Because I've got not very high chance of getting that goblin sniper.
I could do with going
You
over.
have a 0%.
1. I'm going to move here. This could be
This could be
A gutless
the...
goblin.
Yeah.
goblin tunneler, goblin tunneler.
Ooh.
2
So,
goblin
The gutless
tunnels.
goblin's here somewhere.
I think it's in the single one.
So I need a sword and a hat. So in my bag, I will have 1 sword, 1 hat. I've got another time token, and I've got the
Pick another.
magic bag, but also I've got the reward token in there as well. So maybe I should just go for it.
Do it.
So 1, 2, 3. Right, so I've got enough. It says I immediately,
Yeah. Draw another.
I may if I want to, I don't have to.
Okay.
It says you may.
Have
So
you got
that's
another
enough to
hat?
defeat 1, isn't it?
That's enough to defeat 1, but you just need another hat
I haven't got another hat.
to defeat the other.
But time token needs moving back 1.
Way.
So I'll leave it at that. I'm happy with that for that turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it there.
So my turn, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a 4 and move the time along.
Oh, well. So 4, I could go over there,
I would
or I could come over here.
recommend going to the castle.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And
Goblin sniper.
since now you could get the crown and immediately get it, or get 2 hats and immediately get it.
Okay, so I will draw 3 counters and hope I get 2 hats to defeat the goblin sniper.
It's a higher chance than before since you have the crown, don't you?
And I've drawn
Yeah,
the crown, yeah? So,
Don't follow those. Don't draw another card. You've got it. There's no point drawing one.
so would you not have been better with that one? Because you can draw a card straight
Yeah.
after.
I would have been, yeah.
We know for next time, don't we? Reward is a sword and a... What does that mean? A
No
cross-
time. So if you draw a time, it doesn't count.
Oh, it cancels it out. Who's better with that then? Who's got the most times? I've got
We all
2.
we all have 2.
Did anybody get 1 extra though from a reward? No, you won't get that as a reward, would you? So,
I mean, it's a shield. It goes with a warrior, doesn't it? So
okay, there we go.
So
die.
Roll, yeah.
I hope I get a 1 or a 3. A portal. I mean,
Where are you going then? The
I'm-
world is your oyster. I'd go there.
yeah. Since then, if it's a gutless goblin,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which it is.
right?
Try and defeat the goblin tunneler
Are
then.
you going to put your tokens back in? No.
I shall
We won't be able to see it
Put them
then.
forward.
a
bit.
sword. Hopefully, I get a hat. Then I can do the goblin tunneler instead.
So you've got a
It's a hat.
sword, a hat.
Because I can't get a sword since I have one sword. So that means I can't get the Gutless Goblin mule.
You don't
Well,
have to.
you don't need
No,
that, do
I'm
you?
not going to do
So
that.
you've defeated the Goblin Tunneler,
Yep.
which gets a reward. Gutless Goblins don't get rewards anyway, do they? So yeah, get a reward.
Right. What is it? It is a ring, which is a sword and a hat.
Ooh.
I think...
Keep that
So
for yourself, you haven't got many swords.
Yeah, that's true.
I know, but if I have this, then I could get the Gutless Goblin, and I don't really
Well, I think
want
we're
it.
alright getting the Gutless
Yeah.
Goblin now, because we've only got 2
Yeah.
enemies left.
Trust me, I think it's better
We
to
need
just
to get the Gutless
Yeah.
Goblin, don't we? Because remember,
Okay.
we don't want the time to run out either.
That needs to go in your bag then.
Yeah. Right,
Right,
your turn.
my turn, okay. I'm going to put all of mine back in my bag. 3. I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to get that tunneler.
Hopefully.
Right, so 1, 2, 3. Well, I've got enough. Time progresses though. I'm not going to draw anymore. I've got the option there to draw, but I'm not going to because I've got enough to defeat it, and I don't want
Nice.
to draw another time. So
And you can get a reward for that.
yep.
Right, so shake it a bit before you draw.
So a sword and a magic bag. It's a lance.
I don't think I have it.
Do you need any more swords, or you're okay?
I don't know, because I've got the familiar, that's the sword.
What else have you got?
I think you'll be better with that.
Let's have a look. I've got 2 separate swords, 2 single swords and a familiar, so I've got 3 swords technically.
Okay, I'll keep all of it then.
Yeah.
Right. So it's the elf now.
Yeah. So I could do with a 6 really, because we just need to get this one. 6, is there even a 6? No, so I need a portal ideally, otherwise it's going to be a duck turn 1.
You don't have to pick anything out of your bag though, because there's no enemies. There's no encounter, is there?
No, I'm just trying to make my way over here.
Yeah.
May I go?
Yeah. You need to defeat that gutless goblin.
Yeah. So it's your turn now, yeah? You've got the Gutless Goblin to defeat, which needs 1 sword. Now you've only got 2 tokens left in your bag, haven't you? Which means, because you've got to draw 3 tokens, you need to put your tokens back into your profit sack. Right,
Right.
and then give it a good shuffle. Because you didn't move, you didn't have to roll the dice, so that's okay.
Right, I'm going to draw 3.
3. Put them about here so we can see.
So I got a mule, hat. I'm going to draw from another person's bag. I'm going to use the mule.
So the mule's for your own bag, yeah?
Says now, do I have to draw the other one?
No, you don't have to. if you
I'm
want
not
to.
gonna, since that time couldn't be used as a sword.
Yeah,
Can't it?
so it moves the time, but it can be used as a sword.
Right, so you've got the goblin then.
So we've got the final Gutless Goblin here, but no rewards for that because it's a Gutless Goblin. The Gutless Goblins readily tell you everything you want to know. Place the 3 Gutless Goblin tokens next to the adventure scroll. Now turn the adventure scroll over and place the time counter on the space with the same number, then continue reading. So we need to put it on number 8.